Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here, and the weather is glorious. It is so beautiful. We live all year, I think, for these little pockets of perfect weather, wherever that might be where you live and whatever perfect is to you. I know some of you really like snow, so like the first snow days and things, or that's your perfect weather. It is fall where I live in Northern Virginia. We'll get a little bit warmer, but it's staying in these really beautiful temps. Like, oh, just so nice. And my front garden is shaded in the morning, so I went out and did some weeding and some pruning back, and it's hard to come inside. That's the point of this. It is hard to come inside. I just want to sit outside, but I have work to do. So I'm kind of going in and out during the day to do my work. And I also have other things I have to do, and I just messed up. I wasn't going to be wearing this, but I messed up my other top because I had some cleaner and I was having trouble getting the lid open, and so I stuck the cleaner against my shirt, the container, which had stuff on it. So then I got stuff on my shirt, so I had to change everything so I could come on here. It's like, well, I had to change everything anyways, but put some liquid, soap stuff, hopefully it'll come out in the wash. It wasn't a ton, but it was enough that you can see this circle. It's like, only me. Who puts a can of cleaner against your shirt? I didn't even know. I wasn't thinking. Okay, on our calendar today is a tidy up. Tomorrow I'll do Cross Stitch University because I'll watch it today. It comes out today, which I have it on the calendar for today, but I'll talk about it tomorrow. So our tidy up challenge for me, so it'll be your challenge too, because for me it is keeping these containers with the older finished or almost finished projects cleaned up. So if I'm done with a project, I need to go into the container, and these are the containers that I use. So many of my projects are in these. Oh, there are in other things too. I have more projects, but I have to go into this container and be sure, like this is one of our newest projects, but I have to be sure that if I'm done or almost done, I can take the fabrics out, put them away, put the pattern away, put the book away, the rulers, whatever it is that I had put in there, thread, and put it back into its regular spots, and then the container is free for new things. Which brings us to 4 things that will start in October. We have, and I'll read them so that you can get caught up, and then we're going to talk about the Happy Everything, the last fabric collection. Yes, we're going to look at that one. So October 1st, which is on Friday. Yes, Friday is October. I know we say this every time, right? I can't believe it, but yeah, I really can't. The wreaths, we will start the Wreath Project. And this is the pattern. There is a PDF version, so you can download it. And I am doing it with my friend Bev's fabric. So the Holly Jolly Reese, her fabric is called Christmas Adventure. So cute. Remember I showed you this? Yeah. See? Look at that. So cute. So I have her fabric, but I'm also thinking of doing one wreath with Joanna's fall fabric because I have a jelly roll of that. So I was thinking of doing one wreath like that, or maybe 4 wreaths like as a wall hanging. Yeah, because they're so cute. So we will be looking at all of that, and it is in its own project container. Okay, then on the 4th, which is the following Monday, which is a week from today, we start our Happy Everything, which is from my holiday celebration book. It's a sampler taking blocks from the book, and that's what we're going to talk about fabric in a minute. Then we have Fall Frolic, starts October 13th, which is Wednesdays. That's our Wednesday block a week, which is our free block a week, and we're going to celebrate 9 fall things. And I put a note out the other day on Facebook asking you what makes fall for you. What is it that you're like, oh yes, now it's fall, I can do this, or I can experience that, or I love the smell of whatever. So I asked what you had, and I will put a link down below and at my website today so that you can tell me at my website also what is it about fall that is just it's here when this is happening. And the last one is the Woodland Wonderland. We will do that right at the end of the month, October 29th. It'll kick off with the first the first block, and that is will be on Fridays. So basically it's Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are usual things, and then occasionally I have extra things that come in on other days. Like this week we get the last block tomorrow for the Christmas trimmings, and then you get the spacer amount, you know, if you haven't already just made your own sashings. But that'll be the week after. So fun, 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 fun. Now I am super excited to talk about doing the Happy Everything with gray, yellow, and some pops of teal. Now, what's interesting is I was looking around and I found a fabric line that I purchased a layer cake. So I could just see what it's like, because if I decide not to use it, I could use the layer cake in something like this because it's so pretty. It's called Gingham Foundry. So I bought this. And this piece here reads navy. This reads navy to me. So it might be this line is more navy than it was. I thought it was gray, but it's still super pretty. So I'm going to show it to you because I think there's a lot of gray in it. Like here is one of the yellows from it. So that to me reads yellow gray. So it has quite a bit of yellow, which is what I really like. Oops, let's get a little closer. So here is this Gingham Foundry. Whoops, I need some table space. So there's white background with yellow. This is what got me, the Gingham, well, it's called Gingham. So there's a couple Gingham prints. I think, oh, wouldn't that look nice on the back? And there's a text print. And it says, I hear babies cry. What a wonderful world. The color of the rainbow, so pretty. So it's just random words. Chevron, here's that one I just showed you. There's the prints. Now there's a dot. Look at that. Now this definitely reads gray to me. So I could use these ones that read gray. I'm sure that this probably reads a bit more navy, but it looks kind of like dark gray too. And here is like that, definitely that gingham. Whoops, that gingham reads navy. But some of it reads more gray. Like here now, that reads more gray to me. So anyways, this line, there it is on light blue, all the prints on light blue. And then this is the navy. So I may just hold this and not use it for my Happy Everything, but it would be a great one to use for something. I just think it's super fabulous. You could even do Oh My Stars, and if you cut it into 4, then you get 4 charm packs. That'd be the same, you know, that's what you use 4 5-inch squares for the Happy Everything and do a bigger version. Okay, so let's talk about gray, yellow, and teal. So this often for me, when I start thinking about these projects, something pops in my head. It's kind of like my first choice, and that's often what I will go with. But I wanted to explore a lot of other things and looked around at what else I had, and I really love the French General option. I think that would be super gorgeous in my Happy Everything. You know, it's sort of like I'm doing a toss-up between that and this gray yellow, but I have wanted to do gray and yellow quilt for a long time, and I could just stick to gray and yellow, but I'm thinking I want to do some little pops of teal, which means I might actually pop in some other colors. You know, just depends on. I don't want to have a big massive bit of other colors though. It's like I don't want a big chunk of one block that reads all pink, because then what happens is if I have that, then I need to have other blocks through the layout. So like if I did this heart in all pink, then I would need to have some significant pink in some other areas. But instead what I want to do is use the aqua, the teal for that. So here is my aqua teal basket, my gray basket. Hope I don't break the table with all this up here. And my yellow basket. So I have all 3 of these. That this is, you know, loads of fabric. I have loads of options. You know, I can use something like this fabric here. Maybe I'll just keep this out to put in the quilt because I think it is a great connector fabric. The same with, these are some older ones of mine. They're like already have the yellow gray. Look at that. Look how wonderful they look together. And these were, you know, designed eons apart. Here's another yellow gray, which, you know, those would look good. And there's the one that has the pop of teal. So remember that? So I've got a lot of these sort of really great prints, and I'm thinking this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the yellow and gray and little bits of teal, not tons of teal, but let's say I can pull out, here's one that's kind of, you know, not a lot of pattern. I'm thinking the teals that I use will be ones with not a lot of pattern. And I have, you know, I have enough. I have plenty. Like this, I've got a gingham, because I think if I do that, then everything sort of plays nicely, and these become like little pops of color, just like this fabric. So this fabric would be like the inspiration for that, where it's mostly gray and yellow, but tiny pops of teal. And well, I think it's probably going to end up with maybe more teal than tiny, but we'll see. Like here's teal with like a couple little bit of pink in it, but the pink is not overwhelming. See, when you see it at a distance, so I don't want anything where the other colors become overwhelming in it. Here's one that's got aqua, another very older, this is an older Joel Dewberry, but there's the aqua gray, I mean aqua yellow and cream. So I got to keep that. All right. So I'm not going to lay these all out because this is pretty much what I'm going to work with. I wanted to do this from the beginning, and even though I love all the options that I showed and they would all be super fun, I can only do this quilt once, only once. And the colorway that I have been wanting to try is this one. So it feels good to decide. If you have not decided on your happy everything, you have, when are we starting that? Next Monday. You have 1 week to figure out your fabrics, because then we will start, here's the back, the thing. So we will start with blocks. And there is sashing here, so you have the whole pattern for sashing. That's what all of this is, which means that if you do a block and you want to work on sashings right away, I will probably do several blocks and then work on sashing, because I want to get a couple of blocks made. I don't want to lock in. I might want to change a block. It also often happens when I'm working with something like this, maybe the first block or maybe the third block. I might then later on look at it and go, I have a better option for that now. And if I've already sewn it into the quilt, then I need to take it out. And that's really not very fun. That's not the fun part of sewing. So I will probably make a few, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, probably after my book is delivered, so that'll probably be towards the end of October, beginning of November. Then I will look at starting to, what was setting fabric going to look like, play around with that, because I'll probably put it up on the wall and see what different setting fabrics look like. I might just cut some strips and lay them up there. So basically I want to keep my blocks as I make them right now, gray, yellow, with a little bit of teal. Like I don't want to go overboard. The teal, I want to keep in mind that fabric that has just a little bit of accent. It will probably be a little bit more than that. Okay, this is exciting. It's exciting to get down to this one. I left it for last because I was pretty sure this was what I would do, but I wanted to explore it. And like the French General is just like, they're like neck and neck. Like I could do the French General as easily as I could do this. Right now that speaks to me, but I'm going to go with this. This is a little bit, I find this one will be a little bit more challenging for me, which will be fun. And I would like that. All right. So if you have not watched the Cross Stitch University yet, it is up, and I have a link to it at my website. So be sure the link is in the description box below. While you're there, hit subscribe, then we can be friends. Mwah, mwah. Yes, then you'll know when I have videos, and you can always find me as you're subscribed. You get to see all your subscriptions when you come to YouTube. Yes, it's always a good thing. I use mine all the time, the people I subscribe to. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. See you online.